4.2, write linear equations given 2 points. We have the slope formula. M equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Slope-intercept form. Y equals my slope and my y-intercept. Those are the two formulas that we're going to be using today. Our slope formula and the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. All right, so we're going to start the same way we did on the previous lesson. We have 2 points, and we're going to use the slope formula to find the slope. So this is one problem on this side. We're going to stay on this side. This is a second problem. We need to find our slope, y2 minus y1. Here's my y values. So 5 minus, watch out for those double negatives, -1 divided by 2 minus -1. 2 minus -1. We know that a negative times a negative is a positive. Negative times a negative is a positive. And we get 5 plus 1 is 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. And we're going to simplify all the way down. We get that our slope equals 2. That's the first step. Find your slope. The second step, pick one of the points given. Okay, I'm looking at -1, or 2, 5. I'm going to pick the one that doesn't have any negatives. So I'm going to pick when x is 2, y is 5. When x is 2, y is 5. Pick one of the points given, substitute the x and y values of the point for x and y into the slope-intercept form of an equation. Here's m, the slope that we just found. We want to substitute in m, x, and y. Here's the equation. Y equals mx plus b. We see that y is 5, so 5 equals. Here we're multiplying our m and our x, so our slope is 2, and our y and our x value also happens to be 2. I don't know what b is. We have an equation that has one variable. Do you know how to solve an equation with one variable? The first thing you need to do is you need to simplify this multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4. We have 5 equals 4 plus b. Now I'm ready to solve. I need to put the 4 on the left-hand side. I need to do the opposite. So I'll subtract 4, subtract 4. These cancel, and it leaves b equals 5 minus 4. I have m, I have b. Now I can write an equation of a line. Y equals mx plus b. I know that my slope we found was 2, so y equals 2x, and my b is 1. There is an equation of a line that we found given 2 points. All right, let's practice that one more time. First thing we need to do is find the slope. -3 minus 6. Here's our y values. -3 minus 6 divided by 8 minus -4. 8 minus -4. Clean up those double negatives. Negative times a negative is a positive. -3, -6 equals -9. And 8 plus 4 is 12. And now I'm going to simplify my fraction. We're going to leave fractions. We don't change them to decimals. If I was going to graph, that would be my rise over run. So leave fractions the way they are. Our slope then is going to be a negative. If I divide 3 from both of these, we get -3/4. There's my m. There's my slope. At this point, it doesn't matter which point I choose. They both have a negative, so I'll go with -4, 6. I know that m equals -3/4. And I'm going to use the point -4, 6. Here's my m, here's my x, here's my y. Y is 6. I'm multiplying my slope and my x, and I still have b left. My slope is -3/4. My x is -4. And now I need to simplify. -3/4 times -4. We get that 6 equals negative times a negative is a positive. And then if I multiply straight across, or if I cancel my 4s, I can see 12 divided by 4 is 3, or I can just cancel those 4s, and we have a positive 3. And solve for b. b is being added by a positive 3, so I subtract 3, and we get b equals 3. I have m, I have b, and now I'll write my equation. Y equals -3/4 x plus 3. Looking at example 3, which function has the values f of 4 equals 9 and f of -4 equals -7? We have when x is 4, y is 9. So we have the coordinate 4, 9, and we have the coordinate -4, -7. I could go through the whole process of what we just did, and I could find that equation. Let's see. Our slope will be -7 minus 9 divided by -4 minus 4. -4 minus 4. We have -16 over -8. We know that m equals 2. And I'm going to use the point 49. Substituting in those given values that we have, y is 9. Multiplying my slope and my x, we have 2, and our x is 4. Solve for b, and we get 1. I have my m, I have my b, y equals 2x plus 1. That's one way of doing it. A second technique, what I could have done is I have these points, 4, 9, -4, and -7. I could have just substituted in and seen. So we got 2x plus 1. Let's check. Let's check and see if b is the answer. We have f of x equals 2x plus 1. We're going to check when x is 4. When x is 4, substituting in 4 for the x values, and we get 2 times 4 is 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So we get f of 4 equals 9. Okay, it worked for that one. Is it going to work for the second one? We'll try f of -4. Substituting in that x is -4, we get -8 plus 1. We get that f of -4 equals -7. When x is -4, y is -7. That means that b is the solution. I was just checking to make sure my algebra was correct. Example 4, gym membership. Your gym membership costs $33 per month. Per month. 1 month is 33, 2 months is 66. So that's your slope right there. After initial membership fee, you paid a total of $228 after 6 months. So what we don't know is the initial membership fee. But we do know how much it all costs after 6 months. We know that the cost is going to be $33 per month. And so we'll say 33M. When it's 1 month, it's 33. When it's 2 months, it's 66. What we don't know is the initial cost. So let's use the fact that we have a total of $228 we pay after 6 months. So it cost me $228. The cost was $228, and it was a 6-month membership. So that's 33 times 6 months plus the initial fee. Now I have an equation that has one variable, and I can find out exactly what that initial fee was. So we get 228 equals 198 plus the initial fee. Subtract 198 from both sides. The initial fee then was $30. Now that I know the initial fee was $30, I can write an equation. That equation then will be C equals $33 a month plus the $30 fee. That is the cost for the gym. Now, find the total cost after 9 months. So the total cost after 9 months would be, the cost is 33 times 9 months plus 30. And so we get the cost equals $297 plus the $30. That means that our total cost after 9 months is going to be $327. Last example, example 5, BMX racing. In the bicycle motocross racing, racers purchase a 1-year membership to a track. They also pay an entry fee. So a 1-year membership and an entry fee for each race at the track. So an entry fee for each race, a 1-year membership and an entry fee for each race. One racer paid a total of $125 after 5 races. A second racer had a total of $170 after 8 races. We know that for 5 races, it's $125. And we know that 8 races is $170. So let's find that cost, that change that's happening here. The slope will be 170 minus 125 divided by 8 minus 5. And so we get 45 divided by 3, which equals 15. There's our slope. We just need the y-intercept. We know that the cost is going to be $15 per race plus the entry fee, the cost. So we know that for one of these, it costs $125 for 5 races. So we can say that $125 for 5 races plus the entry fee. Simplifying 15 times 5. And then we're going to subtract 75 from both sides. And we get that the entry fee equals $50. Our equation then is the cost to be a BMX racer would be $15 per race plus the $50 entrance fee. How much does the track membership cost? The cost is here. And then B, what is the entry fee per race? All right, we have everything we need.